So we've got people lined up for questions. I just got one more, because you used the word Christian. Have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
That's a tough question. I don't think in terms of, I'm a religious person. Shockingly, because people are so shocked when they find this out, I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian. And I go to church and I love God and I love my church. And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale, was my pastor. The power of positive thinking. Everybody's heard of Norman, and I love my church. And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale, was my pastor.
Okay, so Donald Trump's pastor was the great Norman Vincent Peale, as he put it, obvious Freemason of the very high rank 33rd degree. Of course, you got these pictures right here. Of course, I'm not the only one that's aware of this. Many people, and this was brought to my attention, so this isn't my finding. But anyways, I just wanted to share some information about Norman Vincent Peale. His bio on his affiliation with Freemasonry and the York Rite, the Knights Templar through the York Rite, is right here. This book right here. So he was a Mason, served rather proudly for how many years? 67 years. Anyways, he was raised a Master Mason on March 3rd, 1926. Turn to the next page. Found some interesting stuff. He denounced Hitler, maniac, Mussolini. He was a conservative, obviously. He wasn't a big fan of the New Deal, which explains, which shows that there's if you find left-wing, right-wing within Freemasonry, just like with people in our political arena, a lot of people want to say that just because he's a conservative and he speaks out against stuff like the New Deal and one world socialism means that, hey, he must be a good guy fighting the Illuminati. Not always so. Yep, so he was friends with these Masons down here. President Eisenhower, J. Edgar Hoover, director of the FBI, Roy Rogers, those guys were Freemasons. So anyways, he had a lot of pride. It says right here, to me, Freemasonry is one form of dedication to God and service to humanity. I am proud to walk in fraternal fellowship with my brethren. Why am I a Freemason? Simply because I am proud to be near a brother who wants to keep the moral standards of life at high level and leave something behind so others will benefit. Only as I personally become better can I help others do the same. And anyways, it's the symbol within the Knights Templar and the York Rite. It's interesting. Tim LaHaye often had that symbol on. Somebody showed me in one of his books or whatever. But notice the crown and the cross. Well, watch something from Bill Cooper, one of his lectures, and there's a lot of stuff that Bill Cooper said that was true, so don't get me wrong. Just because I have videos showing his suspicious sort of misinformation or the stuff that he did that I pointed out. Doesn't mean that he didn't have a lot of truth. But anyways, he had said that this symbol here, which I can agree, right? The crown represents the state, and the cross represents the church, and together they represent the reunification of church and state in the New World Order. I couldn't agree more, but it's interesting. He says that, well, people might argue, well, you sure he was a Freemason, but that don't mean anything. Can he be a Christian and be a Freemason? Books like this and other ones teach that Freemasonry is a universal religion. It accepts people of all faiths and acknowledges truth in all religions, not just Christianity. However, Christianity, the New Testament, Jesus teaches there's only one way, and that is through Him. It's not through Buddha, not through any other god or goddess. Anyways, just went black. Great Norman Vincent Peale. The Knights Templars, anyways. Something interesting in Morals and Dogma, by the way. Look at the bottom right here. I'll start there. It's on page 815. He's quoting somebody else talking about the Templars. An enemy of the Templars shall tell us the secret of this papal hostility against an order that has existed for centuries in despite of its anathemas. So he's quoting from somebody else about the Templars, the accusations of the Templars anyways. Not saying it's true or not, but just find it interesting. The avowed object of the Templars was to protect. Come on, don't get blurry on me now. Was to protect the Christians who came to visit the holy places. Their secret object was the rebuilding of the Temple of Solomon on the model prophesied by Ezekiel. This rebuilding, formerly predicted by the Judaizing mystics of the earlier ages, had become the secret dream of the patriarchs of the Orient. The Temple of Solomon, rebuilt and consecrated to the Catholic worship, in that sense, universal worship, would become, in effect, the metropolis of the universe. Anyways. So, and what do you got today? All this Third Temple business with Trump. And, you know, a lot of the truthers that I listened to didn't talk about this side of the New World Order very much, the Zionist Bible prophecy side too much. They always focused on the Masons being devil worshippers. That might be true. You know, I'm not within any of the inner lodges. That might be true. But I do know that they are using the Bible and perverting it. As in this Freemasonic article, wow. I might have to go to Google, actually, because that's where they have it. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I'll go to Google. Oh, I'm wasting time here. Well, how come I could find it before? Yeah, be kidding me. Okay. Yeah. So that's funny. It was on Google. I could find it all the time on here, but whatever. Usually when you go to Google, you can find on Google Books, because it's on Google. Books Google, so it should kind of be on here. Huh, that's crazy. I don't know. I found it on here before. I guess maybe they're hiding it. I don't know. That's okay, because I got my video showing it. Can't hide that. Oh well, whatever. But the article that I went over in my last video, NWO Rule from Jerusalem, Masonic magazine, shows that, you know, that this Mason writes this article about, you know, Jesus ruling from Jerusalem in a theocratic New World Order, not a socialist one, after the, you know, the end times battle between the forces of darkness, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, so you find all this Bible prophecy stuff, this Bible prophecy, Knights Templar, Jerusalem, counterfeit Christianity, Masonic Christianity, and they never really, the truthers that I listened to never covered it very much. You know, and, you know, the guys that are left today, Alex Jones, hate to say it, guys, but if you guys know Ralph Epperson, he's told me that he supports Trump, thinking that he's saving this country, and that the only problem are the liberals. So he's on the bandwagon too. So is Doyle Shamley. I went on one of his voting websites, and he made that clear in a statement on his front page or of his website, whatever, that he supports Trump, and he's only concerned about making Arizona red again. This is the part of the New World Order you know, that maybe they just weren't revealing on purpose. And that this was really their kind of agenda to fulfill Bible prophecy and to bring about the end days, so they could bring about some kind of world leader and, you know, whatever. But, and for people that think that, well, you know, the Illuminati haven't, there's no corruption in the churches and our Christian world leaders, well, this is Billy Graham right here with 33rd degree Freemason Harry Truman. Notice the hand shake here, the thumb right there, the hand right here. Former President Harry Truman welcomed Graham to his home in Independence, Missouri in 1967. So, you know, can't get any more clear to people. It's unfortunate. it'd be nice to say that, just the conspiracy shit 20 years ago was really just a scam, a fraud. It was alarmist propaganda used to get people to create a Trump revolution and nothing more. And so now that Trump's in, don't worry, everything's all fine. The Freemasons aren't bad. We just, they just use that to get people all, get the Christian conservatives all freaked out. It's not the truth, though. The Masonic agenda, Illuminati agenda is still is going on. So, yep. Just wanted to show that.